Well, hello there and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. So I just want to take a bit of time just to explain who I am and how I came to be here. My name is Natalie, Nat, hello. I'm 29 and I live in Cardiff with my wonderful pain-in-the-bum husband and our two beautiful children. When I was a baby, I had an adorable mop of curls, if I don't say so myself, and fingers crossed my 1-year-old daughter seems to be inheriting it. When I was about 4 or 5, I was the girl whose hair everybody played with in assembly. I remember I used to wear it in pigtails up here and I was able to stretch it and pull it down to my waist. Then when I was about 6, it got cut off to my shoulders before I went on holiday, and I have genuinely been obsessed with growing it back ever since. When I was about 11, I went through the rite of passage that I think every curly girl goes through in her life. The dreaded Toblerone hair. My well-meaning auntie, bless her heart, chopped my hair from about this length up to just below my ears. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures because I'm hoping they have all been burnt. So here's an accurate artist rendition of what that particular hairstyle looked like. I got my first proper pair of Remington hair straighteners at about age 13 and the addiction began. I straightened my hair nearly every day for the next 12 years. When my son was about 9 months old, I did the mum chop, cut my hair up to my shoulders, and that's around the time I started looking into how to care for curly hair. I started following the Curly Girl religiously for the next 2 years, and it's only really been in the last few months that I've actually started experimenting with my hair. One thing I've learned in my curly hair journey, it sounds obvious, but everyone's hair is different. What works for one head of hair may not work for the next. So for example, the tips and tricks that I'm going to share for my 2C, 3A hair might not work for somebody with 2B waves. And equally, it might not work for somebody with 4C kinks and coils. So now I'm just going to share some sort of tidbits of advice that I wish that somebody had shared with me when I first started out. My first bit of advice would be, do your research. Before I even set foot in Superdrug, I spent about 3 weeks scrolling through Pinterest and Google, just finding out as much as I could about my hair. My next piece of advice is in my name, keep it simple, sweetheart. It can be very tempting, I know, when starting out your curly hair journey to rush off and buy every single product that has curly hair on the label. Don't. Start out simple. 1 conditioner for co-washing and detangling, and 1 styling product. Then, as you get to know your hair and what it needs and what it likes and doesn't like, you can start incorporating things like gels, serums, oils, and treatments. Also, be patient. If, like me, you straightened your hair religiously for 12 years, it is not going to be an overnight fix. You've been damaging your hair with heat and harsh products, and it's going to take time for your hair to reset. It's very tempting, I know, during the transition phase to reach for the shampoo or the straighteners. Don't. Just persevere, and your hair will thank you for it when it comes out the other side. This next piece of advice I've only been following myself for the last few months, and I've been curly for over 3 years now. Don't be afraid to experiment. Once you're out the other end of the transition period, if a product doesn't work for your hair, try something else. For example, when I was a few months into my natural hair journey, I started noticing that even though I was using 100% safe Curly Girl approved products, no matter how much gel and mousse I used, my curls just kept dropping and my hair was really fluffy and frizzy. I started doing a bit of research, I looked at the ingredients in my products, and I noticed that a lot of them contain glycerine. That actually pulls in moisture from the air and can cause frizz in certain hair types. So I stopped using products with glycerin in, and as a result I've noticed my hair is a lot happier and it holds the curls a lot better. The last piece of advice I would give someone wanting to start looking after their natural hair is have fun with it. At the end of the day, it is only hair. If you try something one wash day and it doesn't work, don't panic, don't fret. Just whack your hair up in a top knot, try again next wash day. We only get 1 head of hair in our lives, so why not have fun with it? Enjoy it. Just make the most of your crazy hair. So, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more content. Bye bye. This is at least the 8th version of trying to film this now. If this one doesn't work, I give up. I started following the curly girl method religiously and forgot what I was meant to say. Yeah, my voice is going where I've done this video so many times. Before you even set foot in Superdrug, no, that's what I did. You've been damaging. This next piece of ice. I don't like saying journey.